everyone. It's Elizabeth from Elpis Astrology at elpisastrology.com. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've been looking forward to this particular video because it generally covers the latter half of November 2019, and there's just so much happening the last part of November that's actually really exciting. One of the big things, of course, is going to be that Mercury in Scorpio now stations direct on the 20th of November. And that's around 11 degrees, so you can look to your chart to see where that is. That actually is right on my Scorpio moon, so I'm looking forward to see what happens to me once that Mercury retrograde goes direct on the 20th. At least see what area of your chart that's in, and if you don't know, contact me and we'll figure it out for you. We also have, it's kind of like the weekend of the 23rd, 24th of November. We have Venus conjuncting Jupiter. Well, this is another just awesome aspect to have. And if you have something in your chart that this aspects, let me know, because we can maybe have a discussion in the comments section to elucidate more what it might mean for you. Like what house is it in? Does it aspect your own Venus or a Mars or a Sun? Because this, just on its own, Venus is love, money, its values too. And then Jupiter, first of all, just expands everything it touches. But Jupiter's kind of a little bit like, you know, Father Christmas or Santa Claus. It really likes to bring you the gifts. So I'm thinking, depending how this is in your chart, this could bring you love or money, or even something very valuable to you. And I'm looking forward to this aspect as well. This actually conjuncts around my Sun as well as my Mercury, and not far off my North nodes. So anyway, this is an awesome thing. It does happen, you know, at least once a year, but the fact that this is actually in Sagittarius, the home sign of Jupiter, kind of makes it a lot more special, right? And not to belabor this transit, but remember that Jupiter takes approximately 12 years to go around the zodiac and come back again, and then stays approximately 1 year in the sign. So this could be also like coming close now to the culmination of Jupiter going to be leaving Sagittarius in early December. So there may be some literally real gifts given to those, especially Sagittarians. Not that I'm, you know, biased towards Sagittarian, because I actually have a Sagittarian sun, but there you go. All right, so that's important that weekend. We also have at that time Mars opposite Uranus, so this just says unexpected things. Mars could be something like an actual male figure that comes into your life unexpectedly, and in conjunction with this, you know, Venus and Jupiter, this could be some really exciting, this could be a really exciting weekend, whatever you maybe need to have happen, whether it's big or small, it may happen. Mars may give it that energy. But Mars opposite Uranus also says arguments. So don't get into little tussles at that time, that weekend too, because we'll all be more susceptible to it for sure. Okay, so let's move on to the new moon in Sagittarius. And if you noted the picture that I picked at the start of the video, it's exactly how I felt about this new moon in Sagittarius. This is a dreamy time where things that we don't see in this 3D world, we're imagining. So these are dreams, these are things that are unusual, that are magical. And I really think that this is a time of a lot of manifesting of our dreams, our hopes, and our wishes in a really positive way, that the spin will be positive on this. So this new moon in Sagittarius is on the 26th of November 2019. It is at 7:04 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So this will be well into the day East Coast time. It's at 4 degrees Sagittarius, 2 minutes. So it's early on in the sign of Sagittarius. Again, take a look in your chart to see where this might be. When we look at some of the aspects that happen here, we have that Sun and Moon together, but it quincunxes Uranus. And if you've been watching my videos, and other astrologers' videos too, you know that Uranus, as well as Pluto, but Uranus has been featuring either by square, by opposition, or conjunction in a lot of these moons that have been happening the last few months. So try to look at the effect of Uranus in a positive way. It is only there to remove things that shouldn't be there, that are blocking you from getting to the best possible you, the best possible place that you need to be. And you need to bear that in mind when Uranus quickly grabs something and takes it away from you. It is for your higher good. And I have literally had this through my lifetime, especially by conjunction, happen where it just seems so unfair. And then when I look back, I say, thank goodness that was taken away. So bear that in mind. These sort of things are going to be happening with the quincunx, and it's going to be something where you're going to be asked to adjust to something. Now it's the Sun and Moon, so it's your essence as well as your emotional situation. And it may not be anything major, but it's going to be something that you didn't account for, that you're going to have to make a little adjustment. Look at it as something positive. Look at it as, what can I get from this that's positive? Don't look at it as negative. And really spend time on that and try to put that gratitude around it too. That I'm glad this has come in because it'll allow me to do this. That type of thinking and processing is good to have anyway. It will help you, but especially at this new moon. We don't want your dreams to go south just because you got to make a little adjustment. It also trines Chiron at this time, so both the Sun and the Moon. So this is really speaking to our healing. So whatever that adjustment is, it's actually to help us heal. We also have now Mercury is direct, although not out of its shadow, will trine Neptune. This is a strong aspect. And so look at to see where this is in your chart as well. So that's Neptune, Pisces, and then Mercury, of course, is going to be still in Scorpio. This has us communicating clearly what we want in terms of our dreams. It may also be our spirituality and our beliefs. And in the collective, we may even hear some gurus speaking strongly about their beliefs. We have Saturn sextiling Neptune, and then Saturn, of course, is still conjunct Pluto, although they're a number of degrees apart. But if you do put the Pluto and the Saturn together, sextiling Neptune, this just says you're going to have the power, the powerful people, you will be more powerful, and you will have the law and structures and rules and regulations all there by your side, giving you opportunities to express and put in place some stepping stones for that dream of yours to come true. We also have Mars opposition Uranus, as well as trine North Node. So this is just kind of emphasizing what I just spoke about, your dreams. The North Nodes of the Moon is our collective destiny at this point in time. So again, this is going to be clear action with regards to maybe breaking free of something, or something breaking free of you, or just, the universe stepping in saying, I'm going to take that away. I'm going to remove that block. Now that's more like it. I'm going to remove that block that's been there, maybe for a long time. And now the road is clearer for you to actually get that destiny path going in the right direction. There's just going to be more clarity. It's not just going to be all dreamy, but it's going to be dreamy from the standpoint of it's hard to believe that my dreams are coming true. Again, going back to that picture that I put up at the beginning of my video. So dream the dreams. They're possible now. Let's go through each of the signs for this new moon in Sagittarius. So we'll start off with you, Sagittarius. You're kind of lucky right now with Jupiter in your sign as well, and then this new moon. This says a whole new start for you, Sag, right? And Sag rising. All right, so this is your first house. So I would say the focus is going to be all on you. You may have some little flutterings around you where for some reason you're the star of the day. But remember, this is your new year. So, really enjoy yourself. This is kind of like a birthday day on the 26th of November. With Capricorn, it's your 12th house. So this is really not so social. It is more of a spiritual time for you, as well as maybe getting more rest for yourself. Now, you've been hosting Pluto and continue to host Pluto and Saturn, so I would say, especially for Capricorns, at the very least, you've been working very hard to transform areas of your life, perhaps even transforming yourself. So this may be a time for rest for you, or again, just maybe delving into that spiritual side, where you maybe start putting together some kind of daily ritual that really helps you. Maybe check in with some gurus on the internet to see how they do things. You don't have to spend a lot of time doing this. The key is to be consistent. I like the idea of putting your feet on the earth, literally, or by the water, ocean, or sea, or river even, or lake. That, I think, really helps to have a lot more healing happen. And the rest factor is important for you right now. For Aquarius, it's your 11th house. So this could see new friends and new groups come in. It could also see you writing down maybe a new list for your hopes and wishes. But you'll certainly have some kind of new, I would say, emotional support from your groups and your friends. For Pisces, it's your 10th house. And of course, the 10th house is your career. You could decide to go into a more spiritual-like career. I mean, Pisces is a spiritual sign anyway. So coupled with the ruler of Sagittarius, which is Jupiter, you just may rise up to a higher notch spiritually in your career, or make the decision at this time to add that element of spirituality to your life, or even this could be even, I'm thinking shamanic stuff. This could be shamanic stuff as well. But good luck with that. And if you do something like that, please let me know. I would be interested. But it is very positive, new time, new start in your career. For the 9th house, we have Aries. And this is all about travel, foreign things, higher education. It could be you deciding just to take either a mental or a physical journey, or where you plan a trip to a foreign land, maybe even with foreign people involved to help you make this happen. For Taurus, we have your 8th house. So this could be a greater time of emotional experience, where you have spiritual things around you that are helping to heal you. So I think a time of maybe great healing at this time for Taurus. For Gemini, it's your 7th house. This is partnerships of all sort, relationships. I think this is you saying, are we spiritual enough? Are we raising this business we're in together to a high level, and does it mean something? But that's also going to be in connection with your partnerships in marriage. Does this have an element of meaning for me? And this is like the higher level of Jupiter and Sagittarius, meaning in my life. And this is through all partnerships for you. For Cancer, it is your 6th house. So this is having you having a lot more optimism in your health, diet, exercise. There may be a foreign element in here with regards to your job. Maybe you'll be in contact with more foreign people as a result of being given new duties in your day-to-day job. For Leo, it's your 5th house. And, Leo rules the 5th house. So again, when you have something like that happen, it just adds an extra little dimension to in this case, the new moon. So I would say at the best, this can be a new love comes into your life, right? It could also be children take on some new importance for you. Maybe you've got to help guide them in their higher education or get involved in this somehow for them. But this is all positive things. This isn't interfering type stuff. But it's also about you deciding to have fun. A lot of us forget that the 5th house, ruled by Leo, is really about having fun. Having fun expressing our authentic, artistic self. So for Virgo, it's your 4th house. This is all about your home. So could you decide to change up your home and get a new home, sell your home and then get a new one? Like I said in lots of my videos, this can also be the home that you were born in. So it could be that something is connected with your old home as well with regards to this new moon. But more importantly, I think this may be you deciding to get a new home. Now, Sagittarius rules foreign places. Could you be buying a home in a foreign place? For Libra, it is your 3rd house of communications. Well, this could be having you, for some reason, communicating with your siblings. It could be your neighbors too, but I'm intuitively getting this may be your siblings. So maybe this is just going to be a time when you decide to connect in with your siblings. Maybe you haven't spoken to them for a while, and you put some plans together maybe for the holidays. It could be something as simple as that. It could be that you decide to take on, Jupiter expands everything and it rules that new moon of Sagittarius. You could just become bigger in the way you actually decide to communicate, For Scorpio, it is your 2nd house. So 2nd house is all about money. It is love and your values as well, and that's why money's tied in with this, because the values are there. I think this is going back to this meaning thing. Am I doing meaningful work as I'm earning this money? Does this money mean something to me? And you could talk to lots of people who've made it in terms of, multimillionaires and all that. And I think all of them will say that, yes, it is nice to have money. Of course it's nice to have money. But in the end, you realize, once you've settled all those, as Maslow says is in his hierarchy of needs, when you've settled all those basic needs, the very top one is to have meaning in your life. So this could be a time, especially Scorpio, you've just had the Mercury retrograde, where you decide that you haven't had meaning in your life, that this money that you make doesn't give you what you really need. And then that goes back to your true values, maybe even the value of yourself. So you can maybe do some meditating on that and maybe raise yourself to a higher level in connection with the money that you make and the job that you do to make that money. You should always be valuing yourself, Scorpio. Always, always value yourself. If somebody is not showing that they value you, then they should not be in your life and you should be disengaging from them. I'm not sure why I'm saying that. I'm just being guided intuitively. But you've had a bit of a rough time, I think, even if it's gone smoothly because you've acquiesced to it and done the processing with the Mercury retrograde. So be easy on yourself, Scorpio, this latter part of November. So we end November on the 30th of November with Mercury direct in Scorpio, sextiling Saturn in Capricorn. I think this is, it's like a seal on, either a wax seal on a message or a seal approving something. And I think whoever's watching this, translate that as you like. But it's like you've done a lot of hard work here, and I recognize it. This is the universe talking to you, and I'm going to give you something for that. I'm going to give you a reward for that. That's what I think this is. So it'll be some message. Maybe it'll be a message from the universe that you receive intuitively. It could literally be something that's given to you in a message, either an email, a letter, something like that, or a document. All right. Take care of yourselves, everybody. I will be back to do the December videos. And of course, we've got an eclipse that's going to be coming up, a new moon eclipse happening in Capricorn. That's going to be our last eclipse of 2019. Then we move into January, right, 2020, where we have not only an eclipse happening in Cancer, a full moon eclipse in Cancer at 20 degrees, but we also have that conjunction. Actually, it's multiple conjunction of planets, but most folks are concentrating on the Pluto-Saturn, but Mercury's in there too, and some asteroids as well. So I will talk to you in December. Leave me comments, guys. I always like hearing from you. And don't forget to breathe and keep up that meditation practice. Take care. Bye for now.